If you think your relationships are hard, consider yourself lucky you did not need to live in ancient Greece. The Greek gods had complicated relationships, to say the least. Zeus swallowed his first wife just to become wiser. He slept with practically everything that moved. Apollo's lovers died, turned to a plant, or turned into a tree. Disclaimer, you will hear the name Zeus many times for all the wrong reasons. Greek mythology is so interesting. It's intriguing to see how much incest is prevalent in Greek mythology. You have a chance to learn about Greek mythology and you can access more context about a foreign culture. Ever since I could read, I've been fascinated with Greek mythology. Oh wait, today we'll explore the 12 Olympians or the 12 main gods of Greek mythology and how they're related. Ever since I could read, I've been fascinated with Greek mythology. Stories are so interesting. Most Greek heroes use their brains rather than their brawn. As I'm severely lacking in brawn but make up for it with my brains, this gave child me hope. The stories of gods and monsters will always exist in fiction. Greek heroes were like ancient superheroes. Greek mythology is so rich in culture. Greek myths are the foundation for most modern storytelling. I researched various books on Greek religion and mythology, so you don't have to. First, I will describe what defines an Olympian. I will examine each Olympian, and I will discuss how they are related to each other. Now, I hear you wondering, Michael, what makes an Olympian an Olympian? Well, first off, an Olympian is a Greek god or goddess that resides on Mount Olympus. Second, they are a major god in Greek mythology that shares the same family. As stated in a companion to Greek religion by Daniel Ogden, a pantheon, or all gods, is a set of gods that any individual culture possesses, and because they are personal gods, they will tend to form a family. However, because Hades doesn't reside on Mount Olympus, he doesn't qualify as an Olympian, even though he shares the same family and he's a major god. The Olympians and the dead have nothing to do with each other. The gods hate the house of Hades and keep well away. In a response to Asia Minor having a group of 12 gods, the Greeks assembled their most important gods in a group of 12. So, an Olympian is a major Greek god or goddess that resides on Mount Olympus and is part of the Olympian family. Now then, let's examine each Olympian and their deific designation. Zeus. He's the king of the Olympians and the son of the Titan Kronos and the Titaness Rhea. He is the god of the sky and he killed his father. In Greek religion, archaic and classical by Walter Burkert and John Raffin, it states late mythographers counted 115 women. That number of mistresses is absolutely staggering. Poseidon is the god of the sea and earthquakes, and he's Zeus's brother. His connection to the earth makes him a chthonic god, along with his earthshaker epithet. And people sing his pain whenever earthquakes strike. Hera, she is the queen of the gods and Zeus's wife. She's also the goddess of marriage. Greek Gods and Heroes for Young Readers by Robert Graves exemplifies her absolute disgust for Zeus when it stated she disliked being Zeus's wife and because he was frequently marrying mortal women and saying, with a sneer, that these marriages did not count. His brides would soon grow old and die. Demeter, goddess of agriculture and fertility. She's also Zeus's sister. She had a child with Zeus named Kore, who you may know better as Persephone. Athena, the daughter of Zeus and the goddess of wisdom, are four. Zeus gave birth to her due to him swallowing his pregnant wife to absorb her wisdom. That wisdom combined with that fetus resulted in Athena forming in his head, then busting out of his skull. And that is why she doesn't have a mother. Aphrodite, goddess of sex and sexual desire, not love. She was born from sea foam and a body part of the castrated Ouranos. She is married to Hephaestus. Ares, Another Zeus, but he's also the son of Hera. He's the god of war and primarily the violent parts. He's arrogant, cruel, and boastful. Hephaestus, god of smiths and, in a sense, fire. He's the child of Hera, but much like Athena, he only has one parent. Apollo, god of music, poetry, medicine, archery, and young unmarried men, as well as being the son of Zeus and the sun goddess Leto. Apollo, along with his sister Artemis, kills anyone who dares insult his mother. Most women he's pursued, however, turn into nature-related objects such as plants. Artemis, the daughter of Zeus and Leto. Much like Athena, she is asexual, however, it's not for practicality reasons, it's to maintain spiritual purity. She's the goddess of hunting and young unmarried women. She's also known as the mistress of animals. Hermes, another son of Zeus. He is a messenger god of bankers, thieves, traders, travelers, merchants, heralds, and fortune tellers. He is the most widely represented god. You can find him referenced in the chemical element that is mercury. He's on postage stamps, medical emblems, and company emblems such as Goodyear. Now then, Dionysus and Hestia, since they are usually both considered the 12th Olympian, since they're never in the same myth, I will be covering them both in the same section. Hestia, she is the goddess of the hearth and the oldest child of Kronos and Rhea, but she swore to never have sex. Dionysus is the god of wine and intoxicated ecstasy. He's another son of Zeus, but he is also the son of a mortal woman named Semele. So now we understand what makes an Olympian, and we get a general gist of who the Olympians are. Now let's see how they're related to each other. First off, let's talk about the children of the Titans. The first generation is mostly in the Titan Kronos' children. Kronos was the father of the following gods: Zeus and Demeter, Hera, Hestia, Poseidon, and Hades. That makes these gods siblings. Since Aphrodite came from a body part of a Titan other than Kronos, the Titan Oranos, we'll consider her a cousin to Kronos' children. Now, let's discuss the other Olympians. Forewarning, most of these are children of Zeus. Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Dionysus, Ares, and Hermes are all children of Zeus. Hera has only one child that's only hers, Hephaestus. However, Ares is both of their children. Now then, time to discuss how they're all related to each other. The following are children of Zeus or Hera, and thus siblings or half-siblings: Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Ares, Dionysus, Hephaestus, and Hermes. They're also nephews and nieces to Poseidon, Demeter, Hestia, and Aphrodite, and in most cases, Hera. Ares is the only legitimate son of Zeus because he's the son of both Hera and Zeus. Hephaestus is technically Zeus's nephew and son-in-law because Hera birthed him alone. This also makes Ares his half-brother. Since Zeus birthed Athena alone, it makes her Hera's niece and daughter-in-law, and she's Ares, as well as most of the other Olympians, half-sister. So, first, I described what defines an Olympian. I examined each Olympian, and I discussed how they're all related to each other. We explored the 12 Olympians, or main gods of Greek mythology, and their genealogy. The Olympians aren't an average family, and it's not just because they're gods and goddesses. I warned you that relationships in ancient Greece were complicated. It's strange how these figures are the basis for so many great legends. Thank you for your time. I hope I have piqued your interest in Greek mythology. Yay! Thank you.